Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a play and review of Yomi 2, the updated version of the 1v1 fighting game with a solo and co-op mode. And disclaimer that I got a review copy of one of the sets. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So Yomi is a long-standing 1v1 fighting game. It also had a solo mode, although it was really just kind of like a practice mode. But it takes, I think it was 20 fighters in the full set, and you can smash them together and battle each other in card-based combat. This is a reimagining of the game. It has, I think, 22 fighters once all the sets are out, because they added 2 in like this little introductory set you can try the game out with. And they sent me one of the 10 fighter sets, and it has a much more complicated and involved solo co-op mode. You can fight against one boss solo, or you can combine your forces and battle them together. Then the boss has twice the life, and you have to try to beat them. And if you all have watched the channel, you know I like fighting games, especially Exceed. Yomi, the original one, was never a favorite of mine, but so far I've really enjoyed Yomi 2. I'll talk about that more at the end of the video. So I'm going to show you 2 fights, I think, if things go quickly enough. We'll see how long the explanation takes, and then the review at the end, and we'll show you what the game looks like. So for the first fight I'm playing is a very straightforward character, Grave. They're a pretty balanced guy with a max combo of 4, a zoning playstyle, a 1-star complexity, 90 life, and they have this ability versatile style that lets them swap out and exchange cards more frequently. And in this new version of the game, each player gets to select a gem, one of 6, that gets added to their deck to give some special kind of modularity and variety to the play. In this case, I chose the red gem, so I have this red storm card. I can use this once per game to give me, in this case, a bunch of extra damage. And then I also start with a red burst card in my hand from the gem pile, and then I shuffle in 3 other cards into my deck. In this case, I drew one of them Hot Coals. But the rest of these cards are from Grave's deck. So you have the unique deck for the character combined with your gem stuff. And I'm starting with a hand of 8. I've got 90 life. If I go down to 0 life, then I lose. But if I get the boss down to 0, then I win. And in this set, there are 5 boss sheets. I'm playing against the middle difficulty one, 3 out of 5, which is Colossus. And they're sort of evil versions of characters you can play. So this is like the altered version of Rook. And how the bosses work is they have their own hand size. You're tracking with a little star here that slides up and down. And that's going to control what actions they're going to take. But the actual action is chosen with a D8 roll after you pick your card. So you use whichever column corresponds to the roll. They also have special actions if you're knocked down or they're knocked down. And they have some special powers. Colossus has quite a few. They're going to make things a little bit tough. But let's go into the first round, and I'll explain. There are some complex details in terms of how cards interact, but hopefully I can explain it in a pretty clear way. So in the game, we will alternate turns. In solo, the single player takes their turn first. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little gem here to track, because it is a little bit easy, especially when I'm filming, to forget whose turn it is. And on a player's turn, they're going to draw first. Usually you draw 2 cards, but you only draw 1 on the first turn. Then, if it's my turn, I'll have a main phase where I can do each of these once if I like. These are all optional. The bots don't do that. And then I play a card. I roll a d8 for the bot. We see who wins the combat and who's taking damage and all this kind of stuff. And then we end the turn. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Really, all the complex rules are in understanding how the different card types interact with each other. So I get a draw phase, but only 1 card. And you can hold up to 12 cards at a time. So I've got my character card and my storm card, which is not technically part of my hand. It's just an ability I can activate once per game. And then my cards over here. So I'm going to pick which card I want to open with. So I'm going to try to explain kind of the basics of combat here. It is pretty much a paper, rock, scissors system. So basically, you can do an attack, which has a sort of red blast up here. And there are different types of attacks. Attacks will beat out throws. So if somebody tries to throw you, but you attack, the attack wins, the throw does nothing, it's completely canceled. And then attacks are stopped. They are canceled by blocks potentially, although most block cards, each character generally has 1 high block and 1 low block. And these are the only cards in your deck for that. High blocks only get to block high attacks and medium attacks. Low blocks block low attacks and medium attacks. And you'll see the high or low aspect by this little thing here. So the power high attack, see it has a little dot at the top. So it would be blocked by a high block, but not by a low block. But other cards are just medium attacks, like this one, which is called medium attack, duh, and it does not have a dot at all, which means either block will stop it. Then there's also, in most characters' decks, a dodge card, which lets you stop an attack and also counterattack, so they're kind of a little bit better, whereas blocks don't let you do the counterattack, but they stop the attack, and they also let you draw more. Then there are also ability cards, which you can use in your main phase, one per main phase if you want, before you go into picking your card. So that's kind of the basic idea. Attacks, beat throws, lose to blocks and dodges. Oh, I didn't say throws, beat blocks and dodges. You could probably figure that out. And blocks and dodges, beat attacks. So that's the basic kind of interplay here. Now, if you play something of the same type, like we both try to attack, we both throw, then the tiebreaker becomes the speed, whoever's faster. So here, this is a 6 attack. So if the bot did like a 7 attack, then they would hit me before I hit them. And generally speaking, although Rook does have some exceptions to this, generally speaking, if one person hits the other, only that other person gets hit, and the person who beat them out, who won the strike, gets to do all the damage. All right, so with that basic explanation, let's see what Rook is most likely to do. So he has 4 out of 8 options where he will block, although half are low and half are high. So if I did, for example, my power high attack, he would only block me 1/4 of the time on a 2 or a 4. 3 of his options will throw, that's the gray with the black circle, which means an attack would beat them, right? Well, the problem with that is that Rook has the stone armor ability, and this corresponds, by the way, to cards in his actual decks. This is very similar to the real Rook, Colossus, but the character Rook. See, this throw says he has stone armor versus an A, B, or C. That's corresponding to the basic attack cards. The ones that are closer to A are faster but weaker. So A is the fastest, weakest strike, and then E or F, if different characters had different letters, gets to be the slower, harder strikes. But so he has stone armor, which means if I attack with an A, B, or C, instead of me being the only one that hits him and dealing my damage and getting a combo and stuff, I can't combo. I only do my initial attack for whatever would be 5 damage here. And then his throw still goes off. He just basically tanks my hit and throws the heck out of me anyway for 16 damage in this case. And they're very fast throws, 8 and 9 speed. My throw is only a 5 speed. Yeah, Colossus or Rook, his actual character, is, as you can imagine, a brawling throwing guy. And then if he rolls an 8, he's going to go for a big attack combo at 7 speed. So most likely to block, next most likely to throw, potentially busting through some of my weaker main attacks, and then least likely to actually just do a regular, pretty fast 7-speed attack. But first I have my main phase. Let's talk about my options. So I can do an exchange, and Graves' special powers, he can do 2 exchanges per round instead of 1. How exchanges work are my regular cards, like regular throws, my 2 block cards, my regular lettered attacks, have this little exchange icon in the corner. And once per main phase, or again twice per grave, if I had some of these in the discard pile, I could swap a card out. So let's say I want to have a throw again, but whoops, I don't have any in my hand. I can put the C attack to swap and exchange with the throw. And this is especially important for your block, because remember, these are the only block cards in your deck. You don't have any more for most characters. So if you want to be able to block again, you're going to have to swap some things in and out. My next option is I can play 1 ability card. Right now I've got the Hot Coals. It says if this is your first main phase action, deal 5 damage and end your main phase. So if I didn't want to exchange or do anything else, I could play that. And actually, I think I'm going to. That seems like a great option. My third option is to power up. For that, I need to have 2 cards with the exact same name, which actually I do, the 2 throws. If I wanted to, I could discard both of these to either get 2 super meter. My character and every character has 4 super cards that require super meter to pay for, but they're the strongest cards in the game, as you can imagine. Or I can power up with 2 cards of the same type to get 1 super meter and then pull a super card from my discard pile. I start with 2 of my 4 super cards in the discard pile. That's how the game always starts. So I've got Dragonheart, costs 2 super, but look, it's a 15 speed attack that does 20 damage. Or I've got the Power of Storm, which uses all my super, but it's a 40 attack dodge. So I avoid attacks, and if they happen to strike me, which is like a regular attack, because there's also range, like Hadouken style fireball attacks. If they strike me, if I dodge, I would do 40 damage. Honestly, that one's not interesting me too much because Rook doesn't attack that often, but the Dragonheart one's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't want to do that for now. I want to have my throws as options since he blocks a lot. So I'm going to play Hot Coals, and this will be my only main phase action. And I burn him down to 95 life. Great. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say, you can also activate your once per game Storm card. Mine is Firestorm. When the opponent opens with an attack, they take 8 damage. If they open with a block, they take 4 damage for 2 combats. Clearly, a lot of this stuff is extra interesting in competitive play because I know then that my opponent is less likely to do something or more likely to do something because I've used a Storm or what have you. None of that really comes into play with the solo. They're just going to roll the die no matter what. But for my actual thing, I think my best option, and I'll explain more why after I roll for it, is going to be the power high attack. Because it'll win if he blocks low, that's 2 possibilities. It'll win if he throws me, that's 3 more. And since it's a letter E, he's not going to get his little free 16 damage, stopping my attack if he throws me. So it only loses on a high block or on an 8 for that. So let's see how this goes. 7, great. So he tried to throw me, and he would have succeeded even against an A, B, or C attack, but I smacked him for 7 damage. My speed didn't even come into play. That would only be if he had tried to attack me as well. So 7 damage to Colossus. Keep on trying to call him Rook. So he's down to 88, which is just 2 below me. But let's talk about comboing, because you can do a lot of cool stuff after you get off your initial attack. You'll see throws, use 2 of your 4 combo points. That's what the 2 filled in dots mean. And then they tell you what they can combo into. Same things for attacks. So I've used 1 of my 4 combo points, and now I can combo into either an ender, which is the octagonal kind of like stop sign icon, or a linker, which lets you like link to anything, which is the paperclip kind of thing there. Whereas the throw you'll see is an opener. It's a play button, so it can never be comboed into. You have to start out with the throw, and the circle represents attack cards. And attack cards that aren't the highest letter, E is the highest letter for grave, let you combo into the next letter as well. So like a C could combo into a D. And when you do that, when you combo in order, C, D, E, for example, I don't have any super yet, but each time you do that, you get a super as well. So that's a more organic way to get super instead of discarding 2 matching cards. But anyway, so I did 7 damage with the power attack. I have 3 combo left. Perfect time to use my Stormborn Sword. These are specials, not supers, but specials. Each character has an X, a Y, and a Z special. So it is a 10 damage attack. The 2 with the shield means that even if he blocked, I would still get 2 damage through. 11 speed, pretty awesome. It does have this, which says unsafe on block, which basically means that if somebody blocks it, it's like a dodge and they get to smack you back instead of just blocking the damage. So it's kind of dangerous to use this to open with, but look, this only uses 1 out of 4. This uses 3 out of 4. It can combo into a stop sign. There's the stop sign. So I am doing 10 more damage to Colossus. Then both these cards are discarded. I just said Colossus and I thought of the old X-Men cabinet arcade game where he's like, "Roar!" as he does a super attack. Sorry, that was a random brain association there. Okay, that was my turn though. Now, the bot's hand would be adjusted in some cases. Usually it stays the same because he doesn't get any automatic card draw, but the cards will tell you. So here, the throw, you would never have lost anything, but if he had done the attack and gotten it off to represent him doing a combo, he would have lost 2 hand size. That's a little -2 red there, so he would have gone to 7. If he had blocked, he would have gained a card, and if he actually blocked an attack, he would have gained 2 cards. So these like card draw and card loss things will only actually take place if they get off what they're trying to do generally, which will change which row they're in, which will change what their potential actions are. By the way, this hit back thing is like what they'll do if I, for example, had opened with the Stormborn Sword and they had blocked it. That just kind of controls like what they'll get a free hit back when they have the option, but we're not doing that yet. All right, so it's the bot's turn. In this case, I just play a card, basically. I'm not getting any card draw. They don't do anything if they just roll the die. Well, let's put it here so remember that's their turn. So everything is about the same here. Both of these are medium attacks, which means with them blocking 50% of the time, that's kind of a terrible idea. Me blocking would be the worst idea. I didn't show you Colossus's other ability. Besides his stone armor thing, he also has grappler instinct. Whenever I block, the bot rolls twice for their move and chooses the worst one. So this is really not a guy you want to block against because there's a very high chance one of the 2 rolls will get one of his throws and he'll just kick my butt. So yeah, I think the only thing I can do that's even like vaguely has a chance to be okay is a throw. All right, so I'm hoping for a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Anything else is going to be bad for me. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. It's going great. So he tried to block, And he would have drawn a card if he did not get hit, and he would draw another card if he blocked a strike for me, but he did not do either. Instead, I'm doing 7 damage to start with a combo, and then I sadly cannot combo into my red burst. This means that it has to be a solo attack on its own. These burst cards, again, start in your hand from your gem. They generally all do 1 damage, but they're super fast, and they have some other special abilities. So this one says if you open with this and it hits, it does 10 damage, or 10 more, so it's 11 damage total. So, yeah, I don't really have very many good options. I guess I'll add on my medium attack and do 12 damage, but that's all I can combo into. Because remember, a throw play icon can't combo into a throw. It has to be the opener. All right, so I'm running out of cards, so he's probably going to whoop me soon, but I'm doing good for the moment. All right, so back to my turn. I get to draw 2 cards, thank God. A medium attack and another throw. What the heck? All right, well, let's exchange. You know what? Why don't I exchange my blocks? I don't freaking want to block against this guy anyway. So I'll exchange for a power high attack, and I can exchange twice. And I think for my medium attack, so those were Graves' 2 exchanges, again, because of his special power. And then I don't really need these 2 medium attacks, so I'm going to discard both of those to power up. Should I grab one of these? My Dragonheart is ridiculous if I can combo into it, so I think that's the better one to have. Now, I only will have 1 power super since I discarded the 2 cards just to get a super and get 1. So I'll need to do that again or like do a D into an E or something like that to get the second super meter to actually fire that off as a combo. And then I could use an ability. I could use my Firestorm. Should I use my Firestorm? It does the most damage if he opens with an attack. So I want to wait until he like actually might attack if that ever happens. Oh crud, did I throw him? I did. You know what? I forgot to say something important with throwing. So let me say it now. This says this little like knockdown symbol on a hit. And a lot of cards will do that, including several of Colossus's attack. So what that means is if that's your final hit, then you get to knock them down, which has all these rules. Opponents' attacks and throws that are slower than speed 10 become speed 10. That'd be me, not the person who's knocked down. So like all my attacks are automatically faster and they can't dodge, although Colossus can't dodge anyway. And in the case of the bots, when they're knocked down, they use a different, slightly more predictable row for their actions. But in the previous turn when I threw them, I decided to combo into a C. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but because I did, the knockdown was canceled. Basically, if you think of actual video game fighting games, I punched him as he was like falling in the air and canceled him falling down. All right, but anyway, I think we're still in a power high attack is our best option situation. Let's see how Colossus hey, he blocked the wrong way again. Let's go. This is great. Everything is coming up, Mike. He's down to 59 power and I can't combo into anything. I don't have the extra super for Dragonheart, which I could have comboed into. Gosh, that would have been awesome. And besides that, I just have throws. This is going to be a bad turn coming up because it's him again. And yeah, literally all I have is a super I can't pay for, 2 throws, and a red burst. And the red burst is still a terrible idea because it's going to lose. Well, it is faster than this. So actually, it would win half the time. And the throw would win half the time. So that's interesting. I mean, I'd kind of rather him be knocked down going into my turn. So I'll try to throw him and hope for a 1-4 again. And what the? This is a luck-based game. I mean, to be fair, the competitive game is somewhat luck-based as well. So yeah, I can't combo in anything, but I am going to knock him down. And I did my 7 damage, and that is it. And yeah, you see his hand size won't change very much unless he actually hits me, which he hasn't been able to do yet. So he's knocked down. I'm getting a quick low attack and a light low attack. That's interesting. I wonder if that's actually maybe a good call while he's knocked down, because I could do the quick into the light, which would get me the extra super I need to fire off my Dragonheart. Or alternatively, I could exchange one of my low attacks to get my throw back and then put both throws in to get my other super, or just to get 3 super, and then I could quick low attack into Dragonheart. Then I'd have no cards. Seems like a terrible idea. I mean, yeah, the problem against Colossus that you're going to see, like, yeah, I'm doing great right now, is that you're scared to use blocks, which is how you get your hand size back up. But if you're not blocking, then you're going to get eventually just out of cards and bodied to death. So yeah, this is great. This is great. I will, by the way, activate my Firestorm. So for my turn and their turn, they're going to take damage if they block or attack. And while they're knocked down, that's 7 out of their 8 responses. So maybe I can, you know what? Whatever. I'm going for it. I just want I want to go big or go home. So I am exchanging my quick low attack for a throw, and then I'm turning in both throws for my other super and another super to actually be able to fire off Dragonheart. And then I'm attacking with a quick low block, light low attack. This might go terribly, but we're going to try it out. Let me double check my math here. So they'll block low twice. The throw I'll beat. So I beat both of those. I beat both of these because they're not fast enough. I lose to these. So I think it's like 50-50. Whatever. We're going to make it happen. That's not it. Oh, great. He did some kind of super attack. Okay. So, hey, this is good. At least he's finally hitting me. So we are both attacking. My speed went from 7 to 10 because when he's knocked down any of my attacks and throws that are slower than 10, speed up to 10. Oh, I should, before I do anything else, he opened with an attack, so he takes 8 damage. That's the only positive thing happening this turn. He's down to 44. But he is attacking with a 12 speed attack, which beats my 7 or 10, with the boost. So my attack is totally canceled, and he's doing 20 damage to me. That hurt a lot. But then this is supposed to be equivalent to a super attack. So it says -3 cards, and it says always. So even if I had canceled it, he still would have used it. It's kind of like the equivalent of him spending super meter. So he's all the way down to his theoretically worst row. They just tend to not have as high values and tend to have slightly different actions. But yeah, he's not knocked down anymore. Oh, and it was my turn. Sorry for that. So now it's back to his turn, and I got 3 cards. Oh, and am I knocked down? No, I'm not knocked down either. And yeah, I've got 3 cards, but do I really? I could use Dragonheart, but he's got a 50% chance of blocking me. I don't want to waste it. I want to combo into it. So we're going to use Red Burst and to see what happens. And my Firestorm is still active for this turn. He blocked it. Okay, so what's going to happen? So my Red Burst is unsafe on blocks. We'll get to that in a second. And he blocked. It was a medium attack, so it doesn't matter that he blocked high or low. So he, because it was unsafe, hits me back. Oh, great. He knocks me down because he threw me for 12. So I am down to 58. And he loses 1 card, but because he blocked and blocked an attack successfully, he gains 2. So he's at 7 hand size. By the way, this is one, the one rule I'm not 100% sure about. I should have asked before I recorded, I guess. But I'm not sure if they gain the hand bonus from the block, then resolve the hit back for the new row. In this case, it doesn't matter. I guess it should probably, I probably did do that backwards. Because in the actual game, you get to resolve all this stuff from your block card, which does put new cards in your hand if you block successfully. And then you get to do your thing. So I think you would have gained 2, then done the hit back and lost 1, because either way it's a 12. So that was awesome. That was great. I got lots of supers and nothing to do with them. But at least, I am knocked down, but I am getting 2 cards. Stormborn Sword, that's not great by itself. And hey, Heavy High Attack. That one I like. That can combo into Dragonheart, it can combo into Stormborn Sword. And when I'm knocked down, his attacks and throws become faster and I can't dodge, but that doesn't really matter. So we're doing this is done. Did he, wait, he blocked, right? Yeah, so he should have taken 4 more damage. He's down to 40, but I'm getting pretty close. Oh, wait, I forgot. Hold on. He has a different row. I'm knocked down. So he's going to throw. I would beat that. Or he's going to do a really fast attack, which I would not beat. So I'll win 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 50-50 again. Come on. Then I can combo and maybe kill him. Oh, I think that's good. That is good. Yes, he tried to block, but he blocked low and I went high. So I'm doing 6 damage combo into Dragonheart. Because look, 3 remaining combos. So I'm spending both my super. I'm back down to none. But I am doing 26 damage. Heck yeah. So he's down to 14. I have nothing in my hand, nothing I can do. But we got a chance. If we can kill him before he does too much. By the way, there's a real card in Rook's deck. Pretty important one. It's a 50 damage super throw. And yeah, that's what he'll only do that if he gets to his highest hand size. So luckily he is not there yet. But that is a big finisher. That would pretty much kill me in one blow if he gets it off. Okay, so I have 2 options for my card now that it's his turn again. True Power of Storms, if I play it, and I can choose to play it, I would just discard it for no effect because I can't pay for it, and then I would flip over the top card of my deck. So it's kind of like a Wild Swing and Exceed. Whereas Stormborn Sword, What are the chances this would be any good? It is faster than all his attacks. It would be... Oh, actually, this is pretty good. It's unsafe on block, so if he gets a 1 to 3, like, it's going to be extra terrible. But I am going to do Stormborn Sword and see how things go. Dang it. Okay, so it's a medium attack. He blocked it. So it's unsafe. We'll get to that in a second. So he's getting 2 cards. And then he's hitting me for a 16 damage throw, but not knockdown this time, and then losing 1 card. That's, again, because it was unsafe on block. So, like, I went for it, and he read it and punished me. All right, 16. So I'm down to 42. I mean, he's only at 14. Like, 1 big attack. Dang, if that Stormborn Sword had gone through. Oh, by the way, this is good, though. I did hit him for 2 because he blocked. So he's not at 14. He's at 12. Okay, back to me. I'm going to draw some cards. Dodge... And oh no, this is bad. All right, I think the best I can do, dodging. He does have a 3 out of 8 chance of attacking me, but no. I need to go for, where's my E? Let's go for my power high. Well, that's slow enough that he could beat it. I'm still going for it. All right, so I'm going to exchange for that. It's kind of all I can do here, and I'll attack. Yeah, I'm just praying here because he has run me out of cards, and I'm too scared to block his moves. All right, here we go. 5 is a throw, and he would have stopped an A, B, or C, or not stopped it. He would have tanked the damage and then hit back. But I am doing 7 to him, so he's down to 5 life, y'all. He's down to 5 life, and I can't combo into anything because I don't have enough super to pay for it. So that's it. Now it's his turn, and I got nothing. Like, truly, I got nothing. I have to play one of these for nothing. Okay, so I'll play that. It gets ignored, and whoops, nope, and we just flip until we get something. Okay, so this is from my red gem deck. It's actually not a bad pull at all. So it's a fireball, which is the alternative to the strikes. It's still an attack, so blocks still cancel it, and dodges still cancel it as well. But when you dodge a range attack, you don't get to hit back. And when you block a range attack, it's usually not as good because, look, they tend to have blocking damage, and they also tend to have the lockdown power, which stops the opponent from drawing an extra card from the block. It's supposed to, I think, emulate how, like in Street Fighter, that kind of thing, if you just keep on shooting fireballs at them and they just keep on blocking, they'll get that chip damage and things won't go well for them. So yeah, definitely using that. Or wait, I don't have a choice. When I'm talking about it, I just flipped it randomly. But I'm happy that I flipped it randomly because it beats, does it beat everything? No, never mind. He'll block it with any of those 3, but he'll take 4 damage, and I only have 1 life left. But yeah, it beats all 5 of these because these aren't fast enough. It's not an A, B, or C. Yeah, and it's a special with the little, like, sort of like, I don't know what to call that, teardrop shape there, which means that his stone armor does not apply. It's not a normal, so not a 1, 2, 3. Not a 1, 2. Let's go! So that's a 5-speed attack, or so he thinks. If it was a normal attack, he would have tanked it. But no, I am doing 8 damage. Bablow! This is an ender, by the way, so I could have comboed into it, but not out of it. Oh, returns to your hand if you open with this and doesn't get hit, and the opponent doesn't draw a card if they blocked, but we don't care because we won with 42 life left. That was a nice victory. My last one against Colossus, I think I had like 5 life left, but obviously the luck went our way. So we're going to do one more. I'm going to show you a more complicated character on my side and a harder boss on their side, and we'll see if I can win. All right, here we go. It only takes a few seconds to set up happily, but we've got our next boss. So this is the level 4 out of 5 because the level 5 one is actually the alter ego of the character I'm playing, so I don't want to have like a mirror match. So this is the Twilight Baron. He's got 90 life instead of 100, and he's got a few special things going on. First of all, you'll see that he's throwing and blocking way less, so hey, blocks will actually work again. So Yomi layers. While the bot has a hand size of 9 or more, including when they start, it rolls twice each combat and picks the result most favorable to it. Yikes. So Colossus level 3 would only do that when I blocked. This dude does it all the time. And then he's got moral superiority. Whenever the bot hits you, it deals bonus damage to you if it has a smaller hand size than yours. Bonus damage is twice the difference between your hand size and its, computed after its hand adjustment for the turn. So if I like get him down where he's not rolling double, but I have a lot of cards in my hand, he will just do free bonus damage. And then finally, you'll see that pretty much all of his attack results, well, not all, but a lot of them, have a lightning bolt, which says it beats normal and special strikes of speed 8 or higher. So it gives you this weird thing where if I attack with the normal or special of like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, kind of threading that needle, I can hit first. But if I go too fast, it actually backfires on me. And over for me, we've got Midori, who is actually the teacher of Grave in the lore, and he transforms into a dragon. So he is the only character in this set that has an entirely separate deck. When he transforms into a dragon, he uses totally different cards, has different powers, although it's a temporary thing. It basically counts down with his super meter. And then he's got a regular deck for the rest. We'll get into that in a second. But this time I'm using the green gem. So the green gem, it's gem store, and it says your supers don't cost meter. Gain 1 meter each turn that you don't play a super. To transform into a dragon, he needs a lot of super meter, so I figured that might be nice. Or I can use this to stay a dragon longer because it's ticking down my super meter. My burst, it'll start in my hand, only does 1 damage, but if I open with this and it hits, I fill my super meter to full. Heck yeah. My ability card, fetch a super from your discard pile, and this turn your first hit deals +8 damage. And then I get these 2 Crushing Rhino cards. Pretty good attacks, although kind of slow. They do break through armor. And these are like Colossus's. Armored. If you're not knocked down, then you beat faster, normal, and special attacks, but they damage you first. They can't knock you down or get the edge. So cool. So I'm going to start with the the storm there. I'm going to start with the burst in my hand. I also start, this is how it always goes. I didn't show this step before. I start with both blocks and 1 basic throw, and then I shuffle everything together and draw 4 more cards. Oh, and my special ability is I fight fairly and honorably and don't need any special advantages. Haha. Oh, actually, I did forget an important part of setup, which is that I take 1 of each of my supers and put them in the discard pile to start. I've got Single Palm, nice combo card, although you'll see my combo is way lower, only 3. That does some extra damage. But then the big one that you want to get to is Dragon Form. It's 3. It only hits for 1, but then you transform into a dragon, and yeah, that's where the cool stuff happens. All right, here we go. We're ready to start. And what do I want to do? So he's going to get a double action this turn. He's only got 2 chances to block, and his attacks are really slow. So if I play an attack that's like 5, 6, or 7 speed, that'll be okay. He does have a dodge, but he would lose 3 cards if he does that. So, I mean, like worst case, it's not too bad. Obviously, an attack would beat him on the throw. So yeah, I think attack is the way to go here. Looking at my cards, I've got 2 attacks that would work. I've got a dodge, which could work. I mean, he's only got 3 chances of attacking me right now. Grappling Mastery lets me get all my throw cards from my discard pile, so definitely like a good reason if I get another throw to transfer them out to get a super or whatever. Now, I don't want to use Green Burst because of his lightning thing. That would actually... Oh, no, it's only normals and specials. This is a gem card, so it doesn't count for those. So actually, yeah, what if we fast track trying to be a dragon? Oh, I get to draw another card as well. Flurry Punches. Oh, that's pretty cool. This is, what's it called? Pumping. You can pump an attack. So if you hit, you can discard. Sometimes they have specific ones. This little asterisk means any card. You can discard up to 2 more cards from your hand to get it to 11 or 16 damage. But yeah, here I'm going to try the Power Leg Sweep. Because that's my only one with directionality, and he gets to roll twice, and he picks the best option. So 6, that's not winning, and 4, also not winning. Heck yeah. You guys remember, this is 1, and it beats normal and special strikes of speed 8 or higher, but there's a 6 speed one, so it is faster, but not fast enough. So I'm doing 8 damage, so he's down to 82. And then, should I combo into the Flurry Punches? I feel like I should. What would I... Well, I guess I could get rid of the throw, and then I want to get maximum damage out of this. I guess I don't need the light attack right now. All right, so I boosted that to get me 16 more damage. Heck yeah. So 16. He's down to 66. We're doing awesome. Don't mess with the dragon. You'll get the horns, Twilight Baron. Of course, now I need to pick an action, and he's going to roll twice still. I guess I'll go for a block instead of a dodge, because I don't have like a great... Well, I guess if I dodge successfully, I could counter with the Green Burst, which then would take away its like negatives. I would get all my super meter up. But that would only work on 2 out of 8. Oh, and with a double roll. That seems dumb. Okay, I'll do a block. And, pretty good chance he'll do something negative. I mean, it works. It's not going to hurt me unless he gets a 3 or a 4. Or I guess if he gets the fireball, that part kind of sucks. He got the fireball. And then he got that. Deal the most damage he can. So actually, he wants this one. That's going to deal 4 damage if I blocked. Oh, wait a second. I mean... This is weak against blocks, which means I get to hit back. I'm going to say Yeah, you know what? Forget what the sheet says. I'm going to say most favorable is obviously the smartest, which would be the explosion, or sorry, the fireball, not this, where they would get 4 damage through instead of 1. Yay. But I would get to hit them back with my green burst. That seems kind of silly. All right, so I take 1 damage. I'm down to 89. And they don't lose the cards because that would have been if they comboed. My block stopped it. Oh, but interesting. This does not have lockdown, so I get to draw an extra card. Yay for hand size. All right, so yeah, it's back to me, and I get even more cards. Ooh, growth. I want to use that to get my dragon form. And then, I mean, green burst is still not a great idea. What do I want to try? Well, here I could. Let's swap out my dodge for a throw. Let's throw both throws away to get, I guess, 2 super meter, maybe? And then let's play this to get both my throws back. Seems like it might be smart. That's everything I can do except for this, which I don't want to use yet. Again, I want to save that for when I'm in dragon form. What am I actually doing for my turn, though? I mean, the power low sweep is great again, right? Like, didn't I use that before? Yeah, they don't have as many good responses here. So here we go. So the 3 would not work against the sweep. They don't want that. The 7 would dodge. Okay, so here they go. They finally got me. So they dodge my sweep, so it just gets discarded. Then they spend 3 to hit me back for 18. So I'm down to 71. Oh, and they get to draw a card. That's interesting. Cool. So they're at 7. Didn't work out too great for me. Now it's their turn. I mean, they haven't got moral superiority yet because their hand size have been pretty big, but they're not rolling again. So they are very likely going to attack. And yes, it does smack through my shield some, but maybe a block would be best here. Yeah, sure. It doesn't matter which one. I'll go and do my high block. And they get a 5. Okay. All right, so I do take 4 damage. I believe that everything else is canceled when you block. Like the 4 damage gets through, but they aren't going to combo. They aren't going to do 2 damage. I'm not going to get knocked down. I'm pretty sure that's right. Because I blocked, I get this, and I get to draw another card. And then I get to respond because it was an unsafe block. Heck yeah. Oh, I guess actually I'm only 1 super away. Do I want to do that? Nah, it seems like a waste. I have like a billion throws in my hand. Let's just do a throw for 8 damage. So they're at 58. All right. So we're slightly ahead, but they haven't drawn back up to 9 cards. That part's good. Although I am going above them in hand size, so I might trigger their automatic thing. What do I want to do here? Oh, here. I am going to do this and get my dragon form. And I have +8 damage this turn. Ooh, and then I can exchange and get my E back and do a combo. So let's exchange one of these throws to get a power low sweep. I think that's it. But if I can do D into E, then I'll get a super, and I can do my dragon form in a second. So I'm going to get +8 to damage my first hit, and we're trying the heavy high attack. Ooh, especially good. They only block high on the 2. And they don't get a double roll here, so 6. It's one of those again. They are slow, but I'm not fast enough to be countered. So I'm doing 8 + 8. Holy crap, this is going to destroy them. 16. So they're down to 42. Then I'm going to combo into an E, which does an 8 more damage. They're down to 34. And because I went in order, D to E, I get that. But that's it. I can't combo into anything else because E can only combo into a linker or a closer, not a different normal attack. And these ones can't be comboed. Okay. All right. Now, can I do the dragon form? So you would block it 3 times. Oh, it's too fast. Crud. This guy's hard to dragon form against. I kind of need to block him. Oh, shoot. I might have cheated on that. I just realized. Never mind, I'm okay. I wasn't sure if you could use special cards or supers when you block on the unsafe on block thing, but you can. So yeah, with that in mind, let's absolutely block the dude and then try to dragon form if he attacks me. 5, yes. So he does 4 to me. And again, I don't think any of the other stuff happens. I get this back, I get to draw a card, and I get to hit back with dragon form. So I'm spending all my super, and I did do, a single point of damage. But some stuff happens. So I set aside my hand, deck, and discard pile. So I'm going to just transfer things entirely. I'm going to go into the dragon deck and get 2 blocks, a throw, and then 6 other cards and have my super meter at 3. After each combat, I will reduce my super meter by 1 and revert back when he gets to 0. When I revert to human form, set aside all my dragon cards, and I switch back to what I had before. So yeah, there you go. But I'm pretty sure I still have the green storm, and I'm pretty sure I can use it to stay a dragon way longer than I would otherwise. Oh, and you can't take a power-up action while you're in dragon form just to get more super meter. That would be unfair, is the idea. All right, here we go. I get to draw 2 more cards. Oh, we're definitely going to get his thing, aren't we? All right, we got some big dragony things to do here. I mean, the big, strong, slow attack would still be good. Yeah, actually, he would only be able to stop that, like, I think with 1 die result? Ugh. Because I could also do Talon Sweep, which does 18 damage. If it hits, I don't lose super meter this turn. But no, throw wouldn't work as well here. He's, yeah, it would only be a 50-50 chance of actually hitting him well. So yeah, let's go for the power high attack, I think. Although actually, you know what? I think Toxic Breath might be better. This means I get the edge on a blocker hit, which is the other side of the knockdown token. Yeah, I'm going to try that, because then I can combo into some of my other stuff. We'll see how it goes. 4. Okay, they tried to throw me. Not good, buddy. But when the bot hits you... Oh, their moral superior only works if they hit me. That makes sense, because right now I have a billion cards. All right, so on a block or a hit, which I did do, I get the edge, which means that the next turn I will have +3 speed, anything that is 10 speed, or sorry, less than 10 speed. I guess it's actually kind of worse with his like weird attack things. But okay, so I'm doing 9 damage to him, and then I return it to my hand, and I can combo into 2 more things. Well, I guess only my power high attack or light low attack would work, so I'll just do 7 more damage. There, he's down to 17. All right, man. I think I'm going to whoop this guy faster than I whooped the other one. But that's all right. Still fun. So yeah, the power high attack will be too fast. I don't want the edge. Why'd I get the edge? Oh, wait, did I get the edge? I think. Yeah. I think you get that no matter what. Well, let's use this again then, right? That is too fast too. It'll be 10 speed. Maybe I should throw, or I'll go for the finish with the Talon Sweep. That might not hit, but if I do, I think he's dead. And actually, wait, hold on. Oh, it's not my turn. I was going to say I could use an ability with the Intimidating Roar, but let's just go for this. All right, if he blocks, I win. If he does a slow throw, I win. So 50-50 for an instant finish here. Nope. Okay, never mind. So, oh, shoot, I should have lost a super at the end of my action. I'm losing a super at the end of this one, and he's losing 2 cards, though. Oh, that's right, after he hits. So he's going to do a lot of damage here. He's doing 27 damage, and I'm knocked down. This is bad. And he's got 5 cards, and I've got 9. So he gets 8 more damage. So that is 35 damage. Maybe this will not be quite as easy. Oh, God. One more of those, and I'm dead. I should not have gone for the throw. Ouch. Okay, great. We're back to me. I get 2 more cards, but I am knocked down, which means I can't dodge. Not that I would have anyway. Now, he's all the way down in 5. If he hits me, he will basically kill me because I have way too many cards. Oh, I am going to go ahead and activate this. So my supers don't cost meter, and I gain 1 meter each turn you don't play a super, so I will be able to stay a dragon 2 more turns, which is theoretically a good thing. Yeah, got to do an attack. Oh, these are like actually fast now? Oh, and that's right. His attacks speed up to 10. His throws and attacks. Maybe I should block. Maybe I should... Or the Toxic Breath. Toxic Breath, is that going to be good? I would do some damage here. I would win that. I would not win these now. He's too fast. Well, I would win that one. So it's only a 1. Okay, we're going for it. Here we go. And I think I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. No, I think I am dead. Shoot. Yeah, because what's he doing? He's doing 8 damage to me because he is faster. He's 8 and I'm 7. Actually, he's 10. Oh, wait, shoot. He's using the knockdown, which is even worse. Great. Wait, is it worse? He's got 5 speed. But no, that's right. His stuff speeds up to 10. Yeah. So he's hitting me for 13, and then he loses 1. Okay, he's at 5 hand size, and I'm at 10 hand size, so that's another 10. So he's doing 23. Gosh, darn it, in 2 moves. Dude totally reverses me. And oh, wait, I was at 28. I have 5 life left. What? No, I don't. I'm reading the wrong thing. I have 3 life left because I was knocked down, not him. And yeah, that's why it's 10 speed. Okay. All right, it's his turn. I just got to kill him. Okay, I'm not knocked down anymore. That part's good. And he's still got no cards. I can do this. If I did a low block, he'd only like beat me 1/4 of the time. But I wouldn't get to hit him back or anything, so I wouldn't actually win. Oh my gosh, if he did the 8, yes, I'd block him, but he'd kill me with the chip damage. What if I try my throw? Oh, by the way, this is the last turn of my super, so I will stop being a dragon very soon. What if I try throw? Beat him 1/5 of the time. Come on, baby. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm doing 14? Ooh, he's down to 3 life. Ooh, this is going to be close. And then if this hits, you don't lose a level of super at the end of his combat. Heck yeah. Which means I'm actually going up a super so I can stay a dragon a little bit does he not have supers? Oh, I guess it makes sense that he wouldn't have supers because he's using the super meter for other stuff. Okay. Just really scared because if he hits me, I'm dead. So I gotta go big. I gotta go fast. I'm not... See, his normal attacks are actually really fast in this mode. But I threw him, which means he got knocked down. Oh, which means, let's see what he's going to do. So he's got 2 things that are ultra fast super attacks. But he's more likely going to block or throw. So another throw would have a 5 out of 8 chance of killing him. Okay, here we go. Go. That looks bad. Oh, it looks very bad. Oh no, he's doing 13 damage, and then I've got 5 more cards. He's doing 23 damage. Oh no. All right, well, I lose, but that was fun. All right, so quick review of this one. First of all, I like this massively more than the original Yomi. I personally found the rules for Yomi, the original one, kind of confusing, like the way they use like jokers and aces and queens. Like I think the new kind of simpler way of designating cards is a lot better for me. I think the character variety is great, and the carrying case, it's very large. I don't know if you can, here's my hand. It's a very large box, but you can see it like really beautifully contains everything in the game, including all the tokens and makes setup and tear down a breeze. But yeah, you are paying for like a very big box for what is just 10 characters and some other materials, although you also get the neoprene and stuff. But yeah, so rock, paper, scissors combat is usually not my favorite, and I'll still say like here, I don't like this as much as Exceed, because Exceed, if you haven't seen me like play it before, a big thing about Exceed is that it's not just strictly rock, paper, scissors, because there's so many ways to like block some damage of an attack back. Basically what Rook does here. So this game actually has its some too with certain characters in the armored keyword. But besides the fact that it's rock, paper, scissors, which is, going to be a swingy affair kind of at its core, I really like the gameplay here. I think the like building of combos and building up super meter and also hand control. I kind of had infinite cards in this play, but in the play against Rook, you really saw how dire things get when you're low on cards, when you're afraid to block. I think that's really cool and tactically interesting. And deciding how you want to attack is a really interesting choice. Now, it is much less interesting in solo co-op. Solo co-op works well. I think it's a really smooth system. I like that you just have this thing to keep track of, and you just have like odds to play against, while also kind of trying to figure out your hand size and what your next turn will look like. So I think it's a good system. I don't really have any complaints about this. I did a solo mode for Exceed, but it's a lot more complicated than this one. This is a much more straightforward way to play, and it's super cool that it allows you to have 2 players playing at the same time. You can play either with communication or without. So you can be like, all right, I'm going to go for the throw, but if it doesn't work, you go for this. So you can kind of like coordinate your attacks that way. It makes me think of, if anybody's seen this, the old Street Fighter 2 movie where Ken and Ryu are going against M. Bison at the end, and like, one will get thrown, but the other one will kick him in the face. Yeah, it gives me those kind of vibes. Very fun. But yeah, so the solo mode, sometimes you'll win by a ton, sometimes you'll lose by a ton, sometimes it'll be a nail biter. As you saw, the game can have giant swings, like you make one wrong move and they just dominate with you with a big attack and do like 30 damage at once and suddenly you're almost losing. That is kind of a core part of the Yomi experience. So if you don't like that, then this might not be for you. But the games are very quick, as you saw, like even with explaining everything, I got 2 playthroughs in under an hour. And when I'm playing like without talking about it, I don't know, one game will take 15 to 20 minutes, maybe. So yeah, the solo is cool. I think it works smoothly. I have not gotten the other box, but I believe, I could be wrong about this, I believe / assume that there will be 5 more Automa in the other box corresponding to 5 of the characters, because all the Automa in this one are kind of like analog versions of other characters in this box. So that would give you 10 Automas total and 20 characters to fight against with them. Crazy amounts of variety, although the boxes are big and probably more expensive than you might think. I didn't look at the price. So yeah, that might be a deeper investment to get 20 characters and 10 Automa than you would think. But even one box has been giving me a ton of fun. It's great to like mix and match, and the bosses, besides being harder, are different enough that it does feel like a different fight, and you need like different things, and certain characters are better or worse against characters. It's all cool. That being said, I think the card play in the competitive mode is much more interesting because you're just playing kind of probability in the solo mode. And yeah, you're kind of doing that in the competitive mode too, but you know things a lot more actively. Like if they only have a high and a low block, and you're allowed to look at the discard pile anytime. If you know they played their high block, then you know that they literally cannot respond except with a dodge if you play like a high attack. But then that makes the exchange action to get things back in your hands so that you can make them worry about things more, even more interesting. So I really like the competitive play, but the solo co-op mode is great too. And yeah, this has maybe become, I've been playing this a lot in the I've had it for 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, in the month or so that I've had it, I've been playing it a ton. It's a great one just to like throw down. Like I'll play it in my bed upstairs before I go to sleep, just because it's so quick to set up and so quick to play. So Exceed's still my favorite fighting game, but I think this might be my second. And like I said, I like it a ton more than the original Yomi, and I just think it's really cool. It's fun to experiment with the characters. The core kind of matchups of throw, attack, dodge, and block are a little bit hard to grok at first, but I think once you play it a bit, and hopefully this playthrough helps to make it a little bit clearer. And the thing about adding in the gems and sort of changing up your play a little bit, because these are some of the most powerful cards, especially like the black gems let you steal life from the other person, and I think the white gems give you lots of card draw, so it can also shore up weaknesses of characters or double down on their strengths. So I think there's some cool, like very minor deck construction elements with that. That's a nice addition. So yeah, this new set of Yomi is a full-on winner for me. The best I've seen of fighting games in a while, except for Exceed. And I think it's worth a try if you're a fighting game fan like me, or want to try out something that's a really easy, accessible way to play solo co-op. So that is Yomi 2. Thanks for watching, everybody. And a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Pedro Lucas, Miles, Casey W., Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.